Hey, welcome to A DJ's Guide to Success, another video from me, Paul Hutchinson. In this video, we're going to go into some mixing techniques. We're going to look at phrase mixing, and we're going to play around with creating a track out of just one track. All right, I'll show you how we can do that. So let's jump straight into the video now. We're going to get the XDJ RX out from Pioneer DJ. We're going to jump on that. That is my weapon of choice. That's the one I play with all the time. It's the one that I recommend to my students that they get. Let's go over there now and I'll show you some techniques. All right, let's get mixing. Okay, so in this video, we're going to take a look at some mixing techniques. I'm using V-Moda headphones. I've used these for well over 10 years now. Incredible headphones. These are the LP2s with customizable ear shields that you can get from V-Moda. They're just a great pair of headphones, really comfortable. And the sound quality is great when you're in a big club especially. The piece of equipment we're using here is the Pioneer DJ XDJ RX. This is the first one. There is a newer version out now, the XDJ RX2, which is fantastic. Has a few more buttons on it and is slightly bigger as well. But this is definitely what I recommend to use to start off with. In particular, this is the main selling point for me, is that there's two USB ports. So you can go back to back with a friend, or you can put a USB stick in the second one and record your set as you're playing. And it pretty much works the same as CDJs that you find in a club. So if you were to draw a line down here, this is the CDJ player. Works very much the same as a CDJ 2000 would. A lot of the buttons are very similar. So if you learn to use this, you'll be fine when you get on the CDJs. And the mixer as well in the middle. This is a very small kind of Pioneer mixer, with the same effects again that you'll find in any club that you go into, again with the filter, the crush, the gate, the noise as well, and all of your EQs down the middle here. These are the levels for the headphones and the two faders and your effects here. So when the light's flashing, the effect is on, and to turn the effect up more, you turn the knob, and to turn it off, you turn it off there. This is where you set the parameter to which channel you want it to, and then which effect you want is on there as well. And you can change the tempo by tapping on the tap button as you're going through. That changes the velocity of the effect and the echo ratio. So let's look at the basics. First of all, you've got the BPM. Obviously, the whole idea is to match the BPM of one track to the other. The great thing about Pioneer is you can pretty much do it straight from the get-go. So this one is 122 BPM. This one at the moment is 121, so we need to slide it down to speed it up till it gets 122, and they'll generally be at the same pace. I mean, so you can see straight away they're playing at the same speed. Very, very simple. The most important thing with DJing is counting and getting used to counting in your head. Obviously, the first part, there's 4 beats in a bar, so we can look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, that's how house music goes. Same over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But the important part is knowing the phrases of a track. So how many sections before a change comes in? And that's called a phrase. So let's count how many phrases are in this track here on the left-hand side. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2, 3, 4. 5, 2, 3, 4. 6, 2, 3, 4. 7, 2, 3, 4. 8, 2, 3, 4. 9, 2, 3, 4, 10, 2, 3, 4, 11, 2, 3, 4, 12, 2, 3, 4, 13, 2, 3, 4, 14, 2, 3, 4, 15, 2, 3, 4, 16, 2, 3, 4. So the beat came in after 16 phrases. So that's how many 1, 2, 3, 4s there were. There was 16 before something changed. So that we know that when we're going to bring in the next track, we need to wait for that 16th phrase to drop before we can bring in the next track. So let's just go through that quickly and I'll show you. So in our headphones, we start listening to the other track. And basically we're waiting for this drop. Here it comes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we start our second track. And slowly bring the fader up. Then you can take out the bass on this track. And using a loop, we set a 4-bar loop on this one. And set a 4-bar loop on the second track. We've almost created our own remix here. You can bring in a bit more of the bass again. So at the moment we've got both tracks playing at the same time on a loop. But what you can now do is almost create a track out of this by adding some filters and stuff. So I'll show you how you can do that. And this is a really good thing to practice. This is a good thing to learn to, it helps with your mixing, but it also helps with just effects and ideas. So let's do the filter on this. And we're also going to take out the filter on the second track as well to create this drop almost. We'll count the 4 and then we'll bring them back in. You can add some echo as well. And then bring them back in. And that's just a nice little thing to practice to get into the habit of creating your own drops with the tracks. So, you know we've got this track playing, but instead of playing the whole track as normal, you've almost created your own version of it. So we'll take them off loop. And we'll do some other little tricks. This time we're going to loop this way. And we can take out the filter the other way this time. And then what we'll do is this track kicks in again, we'll bring in that vocal again. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. That's one idea, and it's just great to practice on these things, in particular when you've got those 2 tracks playing at the same time on a loop. Creating your own little drops and stuff is a great way of practicing to DJ. Okay, I hope you learned some stuff from there, and I hope you're going to take that stuff away and go and practice at home on your own. That is the key, is just practice, practice, practice. Keep using those techniques that I've taught you, and you'll never go near that sync button ever again.